Hello, Craig here over at the Breakaway Café. I wanted to share with you tonight some observations I made this week relating to leadership and management behaviours. When I work with clients and we start to discuss what effective leadership is, I hear words said to me such as sincere, trustworthy, sticks to the message, supports people, challenges people, and sets direction. And while I was working with a client this week, which was a conflict management workshop, this really came to a head. And as we were working through the various activities, one of the attendees just happened to mention that the senior manager who had requested this particular workshop himself wasn't actually attending the workshop. And when I asked why, the closest I got to an answer was, well, we think he's busy with an external client. And in that one moment, I looked at the person that said it to me, and I could just look at their body language, and you could see them thinking, well, he obviously doesn't care about this workshop, otherwise he would have been here. There was a specific reason why he wanted to run that workshop. And while the people attending the workshop threw themselves into it, you could see in their mind, through their body language and the words that they were using, that okay, they understood the theories and principles and why they needed to be on that workshop. But the key thing was, in terms of leadership behaviour, their senior manager had demonstrated poor behaviours. And what I've picked up over the years is that what we say and what we do sometimes can massively contradict each other. And we should never underestimate the power of observation that our teams have in terms of looking at us as leaders in an organisation. So when we say that we should commit to something and we have targets and deadlines, if it means putting ourselves out, the power of actually demonstrating effective leadership behaviours and following what we say with what we do speaks volumes to the people within the teams. And quite often, everybody's attitude says A, but their behaviour at certain times says B. And if you think about this in a work context, as an example, work-life balance often crops up with clients that I work with, and the senior team say, yes, nothing's more important than work-life balance. But they then go and do 12, 15 hours a day, sometimes up to 70 hours a week. And whether we like it or not, people observe that behaviour and go one of two ways. They can either switch off because we don't practice what we preach, or sometimes by accident we can encourage a behaviour change in the people themselves by working longer hours. So as a leader in an organisation or a leader of a team, we must start to reflect on how we behave in front of not just the teams but our peer group and the senior management teams, and just start to correct our own behaviour in line with what we say we should do. And at the Breakaway Café, we like to support line managers, senior managers and business leaders to help them understand the massive impact that their behaviours have on the organisation itself, not just the words that come out of our mouths. So if you're in this position where you think maybe our behaviours do need to change in the organisation, you think you're up against a brick wall, you can't see the way forward, Richard and myself have got a vast amount of experience helping people through that change process, not just by looking at the change itself, but looking at how the people can work differently and how our behaviours can affect that. So visit the website, drop us an email at www.thebreakawaycafe.com, and let's see how we can help you to look at your behaviours and how that can have a massive impact on the most valuable asset in your organisation, which are your people. Look forward to hearing from you.